One of the most anticipated dog breedings has finally been confirmed. The pups from this pairing of Zeta and DMX will be born very soon. We are now accepting deposits. Our pups will come with ears cropped and a 2-year health guarantee. Get ahead of the pack on purchasing a puppy by contacting NWA Cane Corsos on Instagram at NWA Cane Corsos. Call or text 479-326-1603 with any questions. A guard dog is your first line of defense. These will be the right pups for the job.
Dante's Boxer Nation, what's going on, guys? So Lomachenko, who's tentatively scheduled to face the undisputed champion Devin Haney on May 20th, he gave his take on one of the other biggest fights of the year, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. He's picking Gervonta to win the fight. That's not that much of a surprise, but the way Lomachenko broke down his prediction, I thought was really interesting. From the way Davis broke down his prediction, he has a lot of respect for Gervonta Tank Davis. Loma said, "I think, my opinion, Gervonta Davis will win because he is very technical. He has the power, he has the speed, and he knows how he needs to move. And he always fights guys who are bigger and taller than him." The reason why that statement from Lomachenko is high praise, because you notice Lomachenko, he says Gervonta is always fighting against bigger and taller guys. What Loma is saying is Gervonta, he does well against opponents that are bigger than him and taller than him, have the reach advantage, right? Well, when it comes to Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, what excuses do we already hear from old media? Because old media feels that Devin Haney is going to win this fight, they're already trying to prepare their excuses. And one of their excuses is Devin Haney is too big. And understand, when they say that Devin Haney is too big, they're really talking about his height and his reach, because we all know the day of the fight, all of these guys are going to weigh the same, at least if they all make weight. And we all know that when Floyd Mayweather was fighting, all of his opponents, the night of the fight, they were like 15 to 20 pounds bigger than him. And we never heard anyone say that Floyd Mayweather, man, that's impressive. This guy is beating guys so much bigger than him. How's he going to beat this guy? This guy is much bigger than him. No one ever said that when it came to Floyd. Instead, they would make the excuse for the much bigger, much younger guy. We know what time it is. So when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, the fact that Lomachenko is saying that Gervonta basically does well against bigger, taller guys, he's basically admitting that you can't use the excuse of someone being bigger than you if Gervonta Tank Davis is beating bigger, taller guys easy. We know that when it comes to Lomachenko, for the most part, tall, rangy boxers are pretty much Lomachenko's kryptonite. When Loma fought against Luke Campbell, after that fight, Loma, he admitted, and this is before he lost to Teofimo, he said that was his most difficult fight of his career. Now imagine Gervonta fighting Luke Campbell. Do you guys think that that would be Gervonta's most difficult fight? That would be an easy fight. In fact, they would discredit Gervonta for even taking that fight if Gervonta would have took that fight the same time Lomachenko did. It wouldn't have even mattered if Luke Campbell would have been undefeated at the time. When Lomachenko talks about Davis fighting against bigger and taller guys, he's mainly really talking about them being taller and having the reach, because this is what Lomachenko worries about the most, like I said before. He has short arms, which means he has to put himself in harm's way to get closer to his opponent, and this is why he lost to Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo, with his height and his long arms, he was able to control distance with his jab, and not even a stiff jab, really just a probing type of jab, a touch jab, a rangefinder type of jab. The interesting thing is when Gervonta fights against Ryan Garcia, he's going to be at a bigger height disadvantage than Lomachenko will be against Devin Haney. And we know that when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, the majority of the boxing world are picking Gervonta Tank Davis to win the fight. The smaller, shorter guy with the massive height and reach disadvantage. But when it comes to Lomachenko, the majority of the same fans are picking the taller, longer Devin Haney to win, which ultimately means the size and the height it's not an excuse for losing. Then you have the other excuse, the age excuse. You can't use that excuse either because remember, when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez, Canelo coincidentally was the exact same age that Devin Haney is today, and Lomachenko is actually younger than Floyd. And guess who old media compares Lomachenko to? They compare him to Floyd Mayweather. So you guys can't have it both ways. You can't make excuses for why the 23-year-old Canelo Alvarez lost to the smaller, way older Mayweather, but then when Devin Haney is 23 years old, you make excuses for the older fighter who happens to be younger than Floyd Mayweather was when he completely dominated Canelo. Based on that logic, you're saying that if the 23-year-old Devin Haney beats the far more experienced Lomachenko, that Devin Haney is a much, much better fighter than Canelo Alvarez is and was. Because according to your logic, Haney was at a serious disadvantage when it comes to his inexperience. I mean, forget about Floyd Mayweather. Canelo has never beat an opponent that was on Lomachenko's level. His biggest win, or at least his biggest win on his resume, is against Golovkin. And the first two fights ended in complete controversy. The third fight, he was fighting against a 40-year-old Golovkin. And Canelo looked even worse in the third fight than he did in the first two fights. So going back to that number 23, if Devin Haney beats him at 23, he actually won't be the first fighter to beat Lomachenko at age 23 because T.O. beat him as well at that age. So everything I said in this video completely destroys any age excuse or size excuse should Devin Haney beat Lomachenko. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Decay Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodecay.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.